Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lesson 6, Step 2. This is called Unpack Your Assignment. And as you guys know, this is, as you guys know, this is a very, very important part of this assignment, always. Very important. Unpack your assignment. This is where we find out what we have to write about in order to get a good grade. Okay? So let's have a look here on page 156 of our iReady Writing book. At the top, you will see, please follow along with me, it says, before you begin writing, read your assignment carefully. Oh my goodness. To identify your task, purpose, and audience. We need to find these things out before we go any farther. The purpose of an opinion speech is to state your opinion about a topic and try to convince your audience to agree with you. When you read your assignment, look carefully for details. I lost my place. About who your listeners are. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. What background knowledge they have and how they might feel about the topic. Let's go over that again. When you read your assignment, look carefully for details about who your listeners are. So who's going to be the readers? What background knowledge they have. I guess since this is a speech, we're not going to be. It is their listeners. And how they might feel about the topic. So, Marina Lopez is the author of our mentor text, and we are going to rip her off, okay? We're going to look at what she has done, and we're going to copy kind of the way her thinking is for our writing, all right? So let's get started here where it says modeled instruction. Marina Lopez, who wrote Is Texting Ruining Communication? On pages 154 and 155, was given the assignment below. She read it carefully and marked up important details. Let's see what she did. So it says, read Marina's assignment, then read the points in her think aloud, which tell how she identified her task, purpose, and audience. Look down here in Marina's assignment. Follow along with me, please. It says, your language arts class is doing a unit on modern technology. You are assigned to give a speech on this topic. Is texting ruining communication? In your speech, you will give your opinion about whether texting has reduced people's ability to communicate with each other effectively. And in Marina's speech, it says, state your opinion about whether texting has reduced people's ability to communicate effectively. Provide logically ordered reasons to support your opinion. And support your reasons with evidence from reliable sources. Those things are underlined for a reason. Let's go over here to the think aloud and see why. Okay, she has to find her audience. Who is her audience? It says the words language arts class. Tell me my classmates and teacher will be my audience. My classmates are big fans of texting. If I take the opinion that texting is harmful, I'll need to give strong reasons to convince them. And you see what she did there, and this is important for you guys, so pay attention, please. She has put a box around her assignment, around who her audience is. And her audience is her language arts class. And purpose, down here on the right-hand side in the think aloud, please read this with me, follow along. My purpose is to share my opinion about whether texting has harmed people's communication skills. I hope to convince my audience to agree with me. Those are the same words that you should be saying, except about our topic. Okay? Exact. And look what she has done. She has put a dashed line underneath her purpose for writing. And her purpose for writing is to give your opinion about whether texting has reduced people's ability to communicate with each other effectively. Hope you're paying attention because this will be coming up again. And the task, why is she writing this? My task is to write a speech. So the bullets, those bulleted points, tell me 3 things I need to do to write it well. First, I need to state my opinion. The second bullet says I need logically ordered reasons. That means I should give my reasons in an order that makes sense and might be more convincing to my audience. One way might be to put the strongest reason first. The word evidence. Evidence in the third bullet reminds me to include facts and details from my sources to support my reasons. Look at this. It looks like she has underlined a couple things here. State your opinion, and she has underlined logically ordered reasons, and she has underlined evidence. Let's go to the next page. Ooh, here it is. Your assignment. Now it's your turn to write a speech. Marina's already done this. Now it's your turn to write a speech. You and Asul. See Asul over there on the right-hand side? He's our writing buddy this time, all right? So, now it's your turn to write a speech. Read your assignment carefully. Then complete the activities using the hints for help. Oh, yes, you must follow along. I want you guys to follow along. I want you guys to read this 2 or 3 times. Just today. And then we'll read it again before we start the next lesson, because this is your assignment. All right. A local youth center is hosting a public debate about online social networking sites. The debate focuses on this question: do social networking sites really improve people's lives? Anyone in your community is invited to participate. You decide to give a speech that offers your opinion on this topic. Now, to prepare to write your speech, you're going to read the 2 stories from Staying in Touch All the Time and the one that says Social Media for Better or Worse. Those are our 2 sources where we can only get our information. Okay? In your speech, you are going to state your opinion about whether using social media sites improves people's lives, or does more harm than good. So this is what we're doing. We're talking about social media sites. We're not talking about texting anymore. That was Marina's thing. We are talking about, do social networking sites really improve people's lives? For example, some of the social networking sites are places like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, yada, yada, yada. All those different social networking sites, that's what we're talking about. So the first bulleted point, state your opinion about whether using social media sites improves people's lives or does more harm than good. So which one? You're going to have to choose a side. The second, provide logically ordered reasons. Oh, we've heard this before. To support your opinion. Support your reasons with evidence from your sources. That sounds like what we just were talking about under when Marina looked at her assignment. Let's move on. Number 1, audience. Draw a box around the words that tell your audience. And then, how will knowing your audience help you plan your speech? The hint says, what can you infer? What can you what can you assume about your audience views on the topic? So you got to figure out who your audience is. Who's your audience here, guys? Remember when we went back? See, look, you can always look at Marina's assignment. The part that she put a box around was language arts class because that's who was participating, right? So who's participating in this particular one? Is it a local youth center? Or are they the ones hosting the public debate? So who's participating in this? The debate focuses on this question: do social networking sites really improve people's lives? Anyone in your community is invited to participate. So who are the participants here? Box it. Put a box around it. And then you have to tell me, how will knowing your audience... So now we know who the audience is. The audience is anyone in your community. So that could be anybody. It could be a professor of English literature, and it could be a 10-year-old boy from elementary school, or from Emerson Elementary, or 12 or 11. I'm sorry, 11, you guys. Most of you guys are 11 now. So it could be anybody, right? Those opinions are going to be very, very different, if you think about that. So how will knowing your audience help you plan your speech? You're going to have to answer that one on your own. And I suggest you hit pause, because I'm moving on. Number 2, purpose. What is the purpose of your speech? Why are we doing this? What is the purpose of the speech? The hint says, what kind of speech are you giving? What is this? Are we just going to tell everybody some information? Or are we going to try and sway their opinion? I'll let you guys figure out how to write that in your own words. And then number 3, task. Underline the details that tell what your speech should include. Underline the details that tell what your speech should include. This is for our task. What did Marina do up here in her assignment? Her task was to write a speech. Okay? But in the speech, she has underlined 3 things in that area that look awfully familiar to our assignment. So I'm going to have you guys figure out what you should underline in the 3 bulleted points down here. So underline the details that tell you what your speech should include. The hint even says, what are the key features of opinion writing? So, good luck. If you have any questions, or if you need any assistance or help with any of this, please feel free to raise your hand and ask myself if I'm there, or I believe it may be... I'm having a sub on that day, okay? So I think it's going to be Mrs. McGee. So, and she's really good at this, so you feel free to ask her, okay? All right. Good luck. Bye-bye. See you later. This won't turn off. Hasta la vista. Adios. Bye-bye. See you later.